Good afternoon, gentlemen of the press. We appreciate your coming here today. This press briefing is sequel to the last one that took place on February 27th, 2025. That was handled by the Commissioner of Police, CP Olorundare Jimoh. So since that time till date, we'd like to update Lagosians on some of our achievements and some of the strides we have attained during that period. So permit me to quickly go through some of these cases. There is a case of a suspected armed robber that was arrested on February 25, 2005 at about 11 p.m., 23:00 hours, by operatives of our tactical team in Idimu, who were on crime prevention patrol along Governor's Road, Ikotun. They intercepted 3 individuals attempting to rob a passerby, and one of the suspects, who was later identified as Chukwunonso Henry, age 29, was arrested. He was actually arrested with a toy pistol. But under the Firearms Act, even if it's a toy pistol, as long as it's convincing enough and the person is using it in a criminal manner, it's also an offense. So Chukwunonso Henry, age 29, was arrested for attempting with 2 others to rob passers-by. We also have a case of arrest of traffic robbers on 26th of February at about 12:20 a.m. That's 20 minutes after 12. Our operatives on patrol cited 4 armed hoodlums using 2 unregistered motorcycles to rob motorists on Mile 2 Bridge. And one of the suspects was later arrested, Suleiman Hosseini, age 22, while others fled the scene. But efforts are on to arrest this wanted suspect. And recovered from them were 1 operational motorcycle, 2 cutlasses, and 2 knives. This happened on Mile 2 Bridge on February 26, 2025. So we are proud to say that amidst the clamor for the police to do something to reduce traffic robbery, on 26 we were able to arrest at least 1 of them, and this is a continuous process. We'll continue to arrest traffic robbers till we bring them to 0 in the state. We have a case of defilement wherein one Joel Chukwemeka, a 35-year-old man, defiled his 15-year-old sister-in-law. This happened in Isolo area of Lagos State, and the moment the girl's mother complained to Isolo Division of Lagos State, the man was arrested and he was handed over to the gender unit of the command, and he has since been arraigned. Joel Chukwemeka, age 35. We also have a case of suspected armed robbers. On March 5, 2025, at about 3 p.m., 15:00 hours, a team of police officers on routine patrol along Bible College Road, Alakuko, accosted 2 hoodlums, later identified as Yusuf Sobama, age 30, and Ifayemi Jamiu, age 32. The 2 were on a motorcycle and were stopped for a random search, and recovered from them were a dismantled locally made single-barrel gun and charms. The suspects are in custody. Please, I hope we can cut and edit. I don't know why I'm sweating this much. Okay, we also have a case of child abuse here. We received a complaint about one Tayo Arowolo, age 26, who inflicted multiple injuries on a 6-year-old child. For yet to be determined reasons, neighbors reached out to the police, and the police went there as quickly as possible, and the victim, a 6-year-old girl, was actually rescued with multiple scars on her body, and the suspect was arrested. The victim was taken to hospital for medical attention. We're also happy to say that we rescued some kidnapped victims. On March 7, 2025, at about 17:50 hours, a coordinated operation by the anti-kidnapping and counter-kidnapping units of the command successfully led to the rescue of 3 kidnapped victims. The victims were found deep in a forest along the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway. I'm sure this has made it to the news. 3 people went to the new airport area in Lekki, where they're about to site the airport to inspect the land they wanted to purchase. And after inspecting the land, as they were about to get into the vehicle, some hoodlums came out, like 5 in number, to kidnap the 3 land buyers. And our anti-kidnapping unit swung into action, and we were closing in on them. The pressure was mounting, so the kidnappers had no choice but to abandon their victims and flee. So efforts are on to arrest these kidnappers, but we are happy to note that the pressure we mounted on them yielded results, as these victims were freed in less than 24 hours. And the victims have been reunited with their family, and they've also been taken to hospital for medical attention, as it was very obvious that they had undergone trauma. We also have a case of human trafficking that happened somewhere in Ishere Osun area of Lagos State. Somebody reached out to the complaint response unit of the command, complaining that she had been kidnapped. She's in an apartment and she's not allowed to leave the apartment. So the complaint response unit quickly contacted the DPO, the divisional police officer covering that area, and he raced to the place. And upon getting to the apartment and breaking into the apartment, a total of 27 foreigners were found in that apartment. 27 foreigners, 18 male and 19 female. Some were Ghanaian and some from Benin Republic, all in that house. Preliminary investigation has shown that they were all lured to the country under the guise of getting them jobs. So investigation is still ongoing to know if this is their final destination or they are still being taken to other countries. But they've all been rescued and they are doing well in our custody. We also have a case of suspected kidnappers. On March 9, 2025, at about 11:45 hours, that's 11:45 a.m., a report was received from a victim who alleged that she was kidnapped. This particular victim got a request for a product, so a product was ordered and she went to deliver at the person's house somewhere around Iyano Isashi. And upon reaching there to deliver the item, the door was opened and she was dragged in by a man and a woman. The man is known as Emmanuel. We were still trying to get his surname. And the woman is Mazioma Okafor. They dragged this person into the house, stripped her naked, beat her up, and took a nude picture and asked her to pay 2 million naira or else the pictures would be leaked. She was able to give them 300,000 for that day, and that was how she was allowed to leave. And with the threat that if she did not pay the balance, it would be leaked, she reached out to the police, and we commenced the investigation immediately, and the 2 people are in custody. So from this case, those who go out to deliver items need to be extra careful. If need be, the people should come outside to the streets near the gates to receive their items. Avoid going into people's apartments because you don't know what lies in wait for you. We have a case that happened over the weekend somewhere in Satellite Town, where in a hotel, while a DJ was performing, some hoodlums opened fire on the DJ and he passed on. But with concerted efforts of Satellite Division and Festac Division and some local vigilante, the assailant was apprehended. And the assailant is Christian Chukwudi, age 35, popularly known as Marshal General. He was arrested, and found in his possession was 1 locally fabricated shotgun and 1 unexpended cartridge, while 1 expended cartridge was found at the hotel. From this case, we would like to advise owners of places of entertainment, maybe club owners or event centers, to please do due diligence by informing the police, especially the division close to them, when they have an event, so that the police can provide adequate security. In this particular incident, something of such magnitude was going on. They did not deem it fit to inform the police, and this happened. So, assuming policemen were there, stationed there, the chances of this happening is near 0. So, we would actually implore people to let the police know when they have such an event, so that adequate security can be provided. Also, we were able to arrest some cable vandals. This happened in Odonoforija on March 2nd, 2025 at about 2:30 a.m. Our patrol team while on patrol, arrested 4 cable vandals. Innocent Victor, aged 47, Yusuf Ismaila, aged 45, Omega David, aged 46, and Francis Aswa, aged 43, while they were attempting to vandalize the electrical conductors attached to the transformer at Igbonla Ilara Road, Eredo, Odo, Noforija, and they were arrested. We found in their possession a pair of pliers, cutting saws, 2 in number, 1 hammer, and their operational vehicle, a Toyota Corolla. All were recovered from them. Well, we have a case of serious assault on a police officer. Police officers on stop and search duty stopped a particular dispatch bike and wanted to search the contents of the box he was carrying, because time and over again we have arrested people who use dispatch riders to transport hard drugs, Colorado, cocaine. So we just wanted to do a random search, not to open people's parcels in particular. And he insisted that the police was not going to search him, and he caused a scene and called on hoodlums around to come, and they actually attacked the police. Well, the dispatch rider was able to escape the scene. Efforts are on to get him, but 2 of the hoodlums that attacked the police, Maja Atayo, age 26, and Ogunbayode Olumide, age 25, are in custody, and they are definitely going to be prosecuted for attacking the police. Also, during the week, we arrested 2 foreign nationals, 2 Pakistanis. What happened was they invited another Pakistani to come over to Lagos to get a job as a chef, and they paid for his ticket. The other Pakistani was based in Kano. They paid for his ticket to come to Lagos, and immediately arrived in Lagos, they took him to a hotel somewhere on Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, and tied him up and requested for 50 million naira before he could gain his freedom. So he called his boss back in Kano, who was able to send 1 million naira just for him to buy more time, and he contacted the police. The Ikeja division swung into action. The Pakistani was rescued. The other 2 Pakistanis, they are actually a total of 7 in number. 2 were arrested and in custody now, while 5 fled the scene. But efforts are on to get those wanted Pakistanis. And of course, being foreign nationals, they were transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation. And definitely their country, the embassy of their country, would be informed to let them know what actually happened with these people. The 2 Pakistanis were arrested are Roman Gul, aged 19, and Aftab Ahmad, aged 28. We also have quite an interesting case here where one Dorothy Emmanuel is actually male, forget the Dorothy Emmanuel male, engaged in a fight with 2 other people, Paul Diha and Sunday Olukoya, and in the process that Emmanuel died. And so only an investigation will determine what really happened. But he died, and the 2 people he fought with are actually in our custody. I feel the need to include this in our press briefing to make people know that it's actually dangerous to pick up fights with people. You never know the health condition of the person you're fighting with, and the moment the person drops dead, at least an investigation must take place. Even if you are going to go home free, at the end of the day, an investigation must take place. And you would need to come into custody and write your statements. And if you are found culpable to have used excessive force, you could actually go in for manslaughter. We have just 2 cases left. This is a case of arrest of a notorious cultist. This cultist is Ibrahim, suspected cultist, Ibrahim Toib, age 26, also known as Bale. He has been terrorizing the Iju area for a long time. He has been on our wanted list, and our officers on patrol actually saw him at Fagba Junction, Iju, and he was arrested. And upon searching the suspect, yes, we found some illicit drugs on him, but he has been transferred for further investigation because he has been a wanted person for various cult-related activities in the Iju area of Lagos State. And lastly, we have a case here on 7th of March 2025 at about 14:00 hours. A team of operatives of the command, while on stop and search duty at Y Junction along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, K2, accosted a suspected hoodlum, one Shaibu Hussaini, age 27, at Shagamu area, and upon searching him, a locally made revolver with 4 expended cartridges and some substances suspected to be drugs were recovered from him. The suspect has been taken into custody and exhibits registered accordingly. So this robber has also been taken into custody. That's all I'll be taking for today, but would like to inform the press that we plan to make this briefing a fortnightly thing. Every fortnight we would like to address the press so that we don't give room for any sort of speculation. We also will be doing this so as to bring the press closer to us, and we coming closer to them, and we can answer the questions they have. We would also like to use this opportunity to state that the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, CP Olorundare Jimoh, expresses his profound gratitude to the Governor of Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the state government at large for their immeasurable support to the command in the areas of provision of patrol vehicles and other logistics, which have made it very easy for us to fight crime in the state. And finally, we would like to solicit the cooperation of the public because we cannot do it alone. We need information from members of the public to be able to fight crime and criminality and make Lagos State safe and secure as always. So